You're now tuned in to How You Feel and What Is Real. Today I have Key with me.
Hey.
Introduce yourself.
Well, I'm Kiera. I'm a fitness trainer here in Cincinnati, Ohio, and I've been training for about 4 years now. Trying to do something different, something a little bigger. I have one daughter, and I'm really like ready for this podcast. Like my boy be having some interesting stories, some interesting topics, so I'm like excited about this.
Okay, so we did literally like 2 seconds ago we picked a topic. And I think that's what I like most about my podcast is that it's just raw and real. You're going to see no cards in front of me. We just friends having a conversation. And I think that's what's missing. I think some things are too scripted. And I just like it real raw and uncut. That's probably why I got 3 kids. But that's for another day. So the topic that Key picked was, do adults still need the village when they get older? Let's start at, did you have a village when you were young?
Yes.
Okay. And what did that look like? Like, I know, like mom, dad, uncle, like, was everybody involved?
It was beautiful growing up.
Okay.
Until I got grown.
Okay. And so, when did you see that start to wither away? Like, what age did you just start to feel like, oh, well, you got it?
It didn't really wither away all the way. It's just more so like when you get older, you kind of see stuff that you didn't see as a child.
Yeah.
So, a lot of things get hidden, and as you become an adult, you see why things are like the way they are, and you come to terms of like a lot of stuff got swept under the rug, and that's why we had the family that we had. But in our reality, it's really that's.
Okay.
So as an adult, a lot of things I tend to veer away from, and I feel like we're just not the village that people say that we had or whatever.
Yeah.
Growing up.
I had a village, I would say. My mom being the pillar or the cornerstone of my village. My dad, I had uncles and aunts. One of my aunts played a really bigger role in my life, Renee. So I did have a village growing up, cousins and friends and family. Mm-hmm. And I think that my kids may be missing out on that like village aspect. But I'm not saying electronics ruined it, but
right.
People, back in the day to stay connected we had to come see each other.
Exactly.
Now I can just FaceTime you, and I think that just might have put a damper on that village aspect of it. But as I got older, I did see my village aspect wither away because I've been grown for a long time. Like I had my first job when I was 14, was buying school clothes and things like that when I was 15, 16. Bought my own first car when I was 18, saved up 3 months, $500 a month one summer, and bought my own first car, $1,500. A 98 Chevy Malibu, by the way.
I know that's right.
But I just think that, on accident, they was trying to make it seem like you got it.
Yeah, I think that's where a lot of our parents messed up at. Because my parents are actually still together.
Yeah.
So, like, I still have people who are on each side of the family who are close still to one another. But as far as me being there, no. I'm, like, super distant with my family. I'm not even going to hold you.
Yeah.
I just like the peace in my life. But as far as, like, growing up, we had our cousins. Like, we stayed the night over at everybody's house. We had our cousins, them, they're like our siblings. And we was able to get dropped off, over our folks' house with ease. But now it's like, we know so much, as adults now, or we've seen so much as adults. It's just, I feel like that's what veered a lot of people away from having what they could have had. But as far as, like, I guess you could say creating one, I feel like that's what a lot of people are veering towards nowadays.
Okay.
Like, because, like you said, with the social media thing, it does plays a big aspect on a lot of stuff because we had to go see each other.
Facts.
Now we don't have to. So it's like everybody's so comfortable with that. It's like, well, I don't have to leave the house.
Yeah.
I'm like that too. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Yeah.
So that does make a big difference.
I forced myself to go out and start doing certain things, and I think the village that I already had near me, like friends and family that I was close to when I was younger, 13, 14, it started to back blossom, because I don't think sometimes we realize like how being a hermit or like staying in the house or like I ain't gonna do this, I ain't gonna do that, I'm gonna stay down. And I'm all for that, but it's nothing to call your cousin and be like, hey, let's go get lunch, or you know, hey, I cook dinner, you wanna come eat dinner with us? And it's simple. And it's simple, but I don't think we realize how simple that can be. And so we over what's the word I'm looking for? We make shit too difficult. Like every time you get together with your family, it don't gotta be a color party. It ain't gotta be your family bring all the red and your family bring all the blue. Listen, I'm making pork chops.
Yeah.
We about to play some spades, or I'm about to barbecue. It ain't gotta be just for the 4th. I'm about to barbecue.
Right, traditional.
Yeah, you know, if y'all want to pull up, but I think things like that, like on what's the one Soul Food. Every Sunday they got together and they cooked, and everybody came to the same house, and they just enjoyed each other's company, and they always had that village.
But you see who kept them together?
The lady with her leg cut off.
Right.
Yeah.
So when she left, everything kind of started going haywire.
Who was that in your family?
Actually, my great grandma, she's still here.
She is.
She is the only. I think the
So
thing is that we all got older.
Yeah.
It ain't like our family kept us together.
Yeah.
So, you know, my great grandma, yeah, she's still here, but she don't like, you know, she don't make the Sunday dinners and all those stuff. She
getting
I
old.
don't know, just granny. She's 88 or something like that. But she still can walk around. She ain't got no cane on none of that. You know,
So,
but
is that the house that y'all go over for Thanksgiving?
We used to. I mean, they talking about doing it again this year.
Yeah.
But it's like she's getting older.
Yeah.
So we have to become the adults. We have to be the ones to do it. And I feel like we talk about it, at least in my family, we talk about it, but it don't get done.
Yeah. I definitely feel that. I had my Aunt Darlene, she lived out in Mount Healthy, and we just never had to second guess where we was going for Christmas and Easter and you know, Thanksgiving. Like, we already knew. After we opened the presents, we going to Aunt Darlene's house. But when she passed away, I did see a major decline in like get-togethers. And you know, recently, you know, we have been trying to do different things, you know, going out to eat, stuff like that. But, you know, I just think a big part of that is it's like realizing that we are the new adults, but then also burying hatchets. I think a lot of people, they hold on to certain shit that somebody did to them when they was 12, 13, and you know, and if you got, you know, it's always those one-offs in the family that's just like firecrackers. Like, maybe they just ain't invited to the next one, you know, because they get a little toe up, and there's always some BS when they come. So we gonna keep them out of the group chat. But we know these things as we get older.
Right.
So, you know, we can pick and choose. And it's like, I still want to kick it and have a good time with my family. I just want to do it without no violence. I don't want nobody fighting, nothing like that. So
I feel like that's where the separation comes from, though. Because we all have them people that do too much. And then we have the people that has leveled up in life, so they think they better than, you know, some. And then we have the people that's just like, shoot, we just trying to chill and this, that, and the third. So, like, everybody a little different, so people be feeling certain ways about certain people. So it's like everybody can't come together like they want, because everybody adults.
Yeah.
So they just want to say what they feel, and some people can't say stuff at a family reunion. You know what I mean? Leave that in the past, or like you said. But some people can't do that.
And I think some people have to realize that it's not that I don't have your back. It's just that I can't be fighting with you in the club like I was when I was 17, 21 years old, because I got rent, car notes, kids.
Stuff to
So it's
lose.
like, it's not that I didn't have your back, but understand that you was in the wrong that night. You got a little too drunk, and I'm trying to pull you away from these people. But then they might go and tell the other story. Like I said, these are just scenarios, but
Right.
these really happen. And they telling your friends and family, oh, we got into it with the club with somebody, and they ain't have my back. No, you did some grimy stuff to somebody. They caught you out, and they beat you down.
Right.
Like, and this ain't neither here nor there, but it's many of situations like that. It's like sometimes you might be at a restaurant with your family, and it's like, maybe they don't tip. Like, it's just certain stuff that I don't like to be associated
Right.
with. And it's like, not that you a bad person, but I don't think I'm too good for certain shit. I'm too good for certain situations. I wholeheartedly believe in karma, and I do understand that. I just would rather not be around a certain kind of energy, family or not. And I can make these decisions when I get older, but a lot of people, they don't really, let shit like that sit in. They swear to God you ain't got their back, or you ain't asked me out to eat in a long time. We had a good time. Yeah, but you didn't tip the waiter. And but that always clicks in my head. Even if I get bad service, I tip $1 or $2. Cause you just
something.
it's something. But yeah. Like I said, that village aspect as we get older. I think we needed more when we get older. Cause you got more responsibilities.
I feel like we do.
Yeah.
But shoot, I just seen so many, just being a part of social media now, like, I done seen so many people and parents and videos, and even when I remember when I was 16 working, a girl, she had got her job and she said her mom was asking her for rent. I'm like, what? So it's like, some people got that type of parent. I ain't had a parent. If I go to if I lost what I had right now and I went to my mom and them, even if I did, if I went to my mama and daddy right now and said, look, can I come live with y'all for a year to save up or something like that, they're going to allow me to. But everybody don't have it.
Yeah.
So it's like, shoot, some people had to pay their parents' rent as soon as they got a job at 15, 16, back when we was probably working at freaking Kings Island or whatever the case may be. So they was thirsty to hurry up and move out and leave. So they don't even care to be back around that,
Because it's like you giving me adult responsibilities, but I'm still a kid. But they don't realize, like, I'm giving you a half a piece of responsibility with,
they
making
have to
you
go
pay,
about it differently.
making you pay. Yeah. So how do you feel about parents that may, when the kids are 16 and they get a job, make them pay for their school clothes or rent or things like that?
Well, I had a job when I was 10. I was doing door-to-door with my mama.
Door-to-door?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we probably went on paperwork, but she was like, I want to make some money because I don't know, me and my sister Stephanie, we just always was like, wanted to do something.
Yeah.
Like even when I was young, I was thirsty to do dishes. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was just weird, but she allowed us to do door-to-door with her, and we did newspapers, so I was working when I was 10, 11, 12, So she allowed us to just hold on to our money. So when we probably got, 14 maybe, we was able to just spend it however. And, when we got our first real job, my parents ain't asked us for money. So going out and getting school clothes, that was just because I wanted to. Because they just was like, okay, I'll take you. But as far as nowadays and the stuff that I even see on social media, it's like they can't wait till their kids get grown to do that. I don't think that that's right because that's not the right way to prepare them for the world.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're going to get money from your kids, sit down and talk to them and explain to them what you're doing.
Right.
Look, I'm finna go ahead and take $150 from you since you're working. That's plenty enough to get your nails done, your hair done still. Because I ain't going to hold you. I paid for my hair the first time I got a real job. I ain't going to hold you. My mama couldn't wait. She said I couldn't wait till you was able to clock in. I was tired of paying for that damn hair because the hair itself cost a lot.
Yeah.
Then she got to pay the stylist. She hated it, but she could. That's one thing I can't say. I had to pay for it by myself.
Yeah.
She didn't add nothing to it, but I was okay with that. That's preparing me like, look, I'm gonna have to go ahead and do this if I want my hair done.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you're gonna be that parent to try to prepare your child for the world, sit them down, talk to them.
Yeah.
This is what I'm gonna charge you. you don't have to even tell them if it's for rent or not. If you want to tell them it's for the Duke bill, electric bill, I don't know, cable because you use it, tell them whatever you want. But when they hit that good 18, 19, 20, get them that cheese back. You feel me? Get them something to look forward to. Get them a stepping stone. Don't just be taking from them and they thinking in reality like, they ain't taking money, I got budget this, budget that. Nah, give it back to them. So that way they got something to look forward to. Like my daughter, she 9. And she know the difference between a credit and debit card. A lot of people, probably 15, 16, don't know the difference. Like, teach your kids what they really need to know. Don't just... Because I feel like taking money from them and not giving it back, to be honest, that's just preparing them for the struggle. Because I don't know how much minimum wage is. I can pay minimum wage. But if they are getting paid minimum wage... $75, $10. Okay, and you taking $150 every check... That, I don't know, like, I just feel like that ain't...
I kind of agree with you. Only part I don't, I wouldn't say not agree, because I think, you know, back when our parents was coming up, it's, you know, people were still struggling, and now, so it's like we lead with a lot of sometimes like, why are you doing that? But I try to, and I'm gonna say, you know, everybody falls short of the glory of God, but I most times try to come with a sense of understanding. So I do know people that have took their kids, you know, birthday money to pay the light bill, but it get rough out here.
Yeah.
It do, and sometimes, you know, like you said, you being in a two-parent household, sometimes they may be in a one-parent household, and just, you know, like you yourself, how rough shit can get paying everything by yourself.
Yeah.
So if it come down to it, it's like my kid is working, so I do. That was golden when you said explain to your kids, and you might not be able to give them that bread back. You might be able to explain. You might be able to explain to them, like, you know what? I'm just gonna be 100% honest with you. I'm a tad bit, you know, on the financially struggling side. I would like for you to every month give me $50 towards the rent.
Right.
I may or may not be able to give it back when you get at an older age, but I want to let you know that this is something that's in betterment for the household. I promise you, if I was in a better space financially, I wouldn't even think twice about asking you this.
Right.
But coming from an understanding perspective, like I said, I was raised by a single mom. So it was times where she might not have the rent. And yeah, I was pissed. Like, you know, I knew the birthday money was sometime that you're through. I knew the birthday money was going to be gone sometime, but as I got older, I always had a really old people, not even old, but like wise, like state of mind. Yeah. So I knew, like, it's just going on bills, or, you know, it's going towards food. So whatever my mama is taking from me or asking from me, I'm just assuming it's going for the betterment of the household.
Right.
So yeah, that's a good one. I do think that, you know, it can definitely go both ways, but, you know, I definitely think as parents, and that's why I tell people a lot of times, before you start having X amount of kids and things like that, but it's hard to say that too, because sometimes they have them when they're 17, 18.
That's the whole reason why you sit down.
Yeah.
Man, look, is that a whole different subject? I think that's a whole different subject, y'all, because I'm a female saying this. I'm a firm believer in we have full control over when we have these babies. Now, I ain't gonna say 100%, but majority of it, because we have more options than y'all.
How old were you when you had your first baby?
23.
23?
I said I wasn't gonna have one until I was at least 24.
Do you think life may have been different for you if you didn't have a two-parent household as far as having kids?
Nope.
Why so? So say if your mom...
You saying if I was just raised by my mom?
Yeah.
Nah. I mean, my mama wasn't one to talk to me too much about it because my daddy did. But I feel like if he wasn't there, the person that she is... Nah, because she had her first one when she was 17.
Yeah.
So I feel like as having a boy first and then having your two girls, you was going to make sure that... And she took us to all our doctor's appointments. My daddy ain't never take us to no appointment. She made sure we got our condoms, all that.
Was your mom in a single parent household?
After a while, I think her daddy and her mom was together,
They
like,
split.
you know, for some time, but then they split up. Yeah, but she was in the, she was back and forth. So she lived with her mom, then lived with her dad once they split. So
I think with that, and this is something I'm learning as a father too. Like, I have to give my babies more attention because sometimes, you know, that's why they might be going out there looking for that, and that's back to the village aspect of it. Like sometimes it might be my nephews that need, you know, needs it, and this is literally a part of me growing up and understanding I'm a grown ass man.
yeah,
So some of this time you have to set aside. And this is the lifestyle, like, you know, I ain't gonna lie. Me and my daughter haven't spent alone time together in a couple of months. But we gonna go to the Eagle today. We gonna sit down, put our phones down, we gonna have a conversation. And so I try to, you know, go to a space of understanding when, like, I would see her, you know, texting boys and stuff like that. Now, mind you, my daughter's about to be 11.
I was gonna say, she about to be 11.
She about to
10.
be, yeah.
She be texting boys.
I did catch her, you know, once or twice doing that, but I had to step back sometimes and realize that, like, is it because of the attention that I'm not showing? Am I not being the village for my baby? Because I've always been there for her financially. And I think that's what a lot of men, you know, try to get at. Like,
I'm just trying to prepare myself. My daughter 9, so I'm just like, I got a year left.
yeah, they get curious, and they getting curious a lot younger. And so, because, you know, it's social media, it's all these, it's TikToks, it's YouTube, it's everything. But sometimes you have to step back and get to your core values, spending quality time together. So, I don't want my daughter to be fanned out by somebody taking her out on a date, or fanned out by taking her on a trip. Like, I want to experience all these things, but sometimes you have to make that, you know, not even necessarily sacrifices, just put that time aside every weekend, every other weekend. And it's not a lot of, we gonna be sitting there for an hour.
Have you told her that?
That we going to eat today?
No, that you don't want her wild by stuff like that.
No.
I told my daughter.
I wanna, and that's the thing about, you know, having that intimate space. Like, you know, maybe we can talk about that at the Eagle today. Maybe that's something we can talk about. But I'm glad I've always had a village around her, because for the first year, I didn't live in Cincinnati. I was in school, living down in Nashville / Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Yeah.
And so I didn't really have her, access to her every day. Like, you know, I came up here, you know, kicked it on the holidays and things like that. But I eventually moved back up here when she was like 1.5. But I've always had a village around her. My mom, her mom, Trayshawn, Brittany, which is my sister and brother. You know, and like you said, sometimes that village ain't got to be huge. It just got to be solid. And so they, you know, were there for me. But sometimes they sit me down and remind me, like, hey, you know, last time you kicked it with your kids, you know. Last time, you know, I know you paying for shit, but last time you know, sat down there. And I think that's I only brought that up as far as the village aspect, because it's some people that are, you know, living in a single mother household, and that single mom she might be struggling a little bit. So she might be working crazy hours, and she might not have a lot of extra time to spend with her kids. And so sometimes these little girls will go out and they'll look for that attention in other men, or, you know, other friends that may not be good for them, and they don't notice it, but all they see is attention. So it's like, they showing me attention. You know, like, these people stealing, but these my friends. You know, this man might be cheating on me, but he spend more time with me than my daddy do. So it's, you know, and that's I only brought that up because that dynamic of a 2-parent household is
a big difference.
A big difference.
Yeah, it is a big difference.
I think a big difference.
I know it's a big difference.
Yeah.
I got a lot of siblings. I got 10 siblings. Yeah. So 3 of them. Yeah, my daddy was clowning. Yeah, he was out there, baby.
Oh my God.
My mom only got 3, and 2 of them is by him. But yeah.
Y'all the oldest or the youngest? Y'all middle?
I'm the youngest, actually, out of all of them.
Oh,
I'm the baby.
He been pumping. Isn't he nasty?
Yeah, so it's me, Steph, and then I got a brother named Quez.
Okay.
That, you know, most people know of us 3 because we all live in the same household.
Yeah.
Them is my mom and 3. Me and Stephanie is my daddy's child. Everybody else is his child by different mom.
Are you close with the other 7?
As I got older, not for real.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get back close to some of them.
Have any of them had babies when they were younger?
How young?
17, 18.
Yeah, my sister Star and my brother Twan. My brother Twan's the oldest. He had his first baby when he was 16. And yeah, and Star, I think she had her baby when she was 19. Yeah. 19 or 20.
Yeah. I was 19 when I had my first one. But I think it was just with that village, like, I don't think correct me if I'm wrong, Mom, but I don't remember ever sitting down and getting that talk. And if I did, it might have just been that one time. And we were supposed to be talking about, sexual education and stuff like that. And it's like a class for that in high school. But we were talking about Illuminati. Like, so I low key, I ain't gonna say your name, but yeah, you was in there. You knew you was supposed to be teaching us. Y'all pulled up the blue waffle one time, and it scared me for about 3 days. Then I went right on back to what I was doing. But y'all was in there teaching us about Illuminati, and yeah, it wasn't really sexual education. But that kind of helped me, like, spirit wise, like that. But still, like, I didn't know a whole lot.
Right.
Like my first time doing the do, I pulled the condom out and I rolled it down, then tried to put it on. So that's how uneducated I was when it came to sex.
You ain't go to the sex ed classes?
We did, but they didn't talk about that.
What school did you go to?
North College Hill.
What the hell?
Yeah, we didn't. You gotta figure, and it's such a taboo subject. It's such a taboo subject because people don't want to talk about it because it's like a foreign topic. Like, so they'll poke at it, but they won't grasp it. Like, we need to, like, that need to be a thing. Like,
cause Ray ain't talked about it. Like, they ain't played no games. We had a whole different building that we went into for that. Yeah. And some people, of course we was young, so people thought it was funny, but yeah, they actually talked about that shit about. I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm about to curse, but they really talked about it. They talked about periods and everything, and that's another reason why I say I think that we probably still would have came out the same. My mama wasn't as strict, of course, because she's a mom. Yeah. But she was the one who took me and my sister to get our first condoms and everything at the doctor, and we was like, we girls, we 12, 13, but we came on our cycle. Yeah. So she set us down, had conversations about that, and then we went to the doctor with her. Doctor gave us them, she took my brother his first time and everything, so it's like, yeah, they definitely talked about it. I don't know.
And that's, but yeah, I think that's one big thing that I was missing. Because for one, I have a condition called, I basically got an enlarged vein in my balls. I don't even know the technical term for it.
Right.
Ball area. But I was informed at a young age, 14, 13, like, there's a big possibility that you might not be able to have kids. It's like, oh, good. Like, what? Going through high school, not going crazy, but, I wasn't protecting myself.
Right.
When I ain't saying I was having sex every day, doing this, wilding out. When I was doing it, I wasn't having, because I just thought the only thing I could get was a kid.
Have no kids, huh?
Trick no motherfucking good. But I ended up having a kid. And unbeknownst to me, I'm like, hold on. I thought she was lying. I'm like, I can't have no kids. Stop playing with me. Then 6 months later, somebody else came and said, oh, yeah, you. So I got my 2 oldest are 6 months apart. I got ghetto twins. They same age for 6 months out the year.
No, you did not.
Yeah. But it's just being uninformed. And, like, the doctor didn't lie to me. He just said it's highly unlikely for you. But highly unlikely don't mean it ain't possible.
Right.
Like, it's still
possible.
It's
got a little chance.
It's still a chance that you can have them kids. And I'm just out here wilding. And I'm thinking, like, high school? I ain't had no kids. Oh, that highly unlikely was like 99.99
in your head.
Instead of it might have really been like 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10.
So you only got them 2?
3. I got a younger one. He just turned 6 in August.
Okay, dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, but it's and the 6-year-old I was just the tequila. I blame it on the teacher. Not you, the gym teacher. You ain't have nothing to do with that one. That was all on me. That was all on me. Yeah, but like I said, that village and it's crucial. I think it starts to get more important, and even in situations when you get older, like I want to say, you know what? I want to be an adult, and I want to be able to move back in with my mom or dad and save because I lived with my dad for like 3 years, from the age of I want to say 23 to like 26, and he said it. He said, somebody always told me all my sons are gonna come back and stay with me. And first it was my oldest brother, then it was my second brother, then it was me. And I stayed with him for 3 years, and we didn't have the best of relationships growing up, but he has been there for me when I got older. I didn't have nowhere else. I thought I'd be sleeping in my Suburban, but he had an extra room. Like, nah, you come stay with me. And then for like the last year, he didn't charge me no rent. He said, I want you to really get back up on your feet. Right. So I'm not going to charge you any rent. And my dad is not super well off. No, I'm not. He's stable. He's been in this job for 20 plus years, but he's not rich by any means. But I think he's monetary, but he's rich in like wisdom and, just love. And that's where that came from. Because, he could have kept taking my, a couple $100 a month, paying the rent. And just that been cool on him, but he didn't. He knew he seen me really wanting to get out on my own. And, at that transition, me bartending and me trying to get my CDLs. And so that village aspect is major when you get older. I want to ask you a question. What's a situation when you got older that you wish you might have had a stronger village? Or a situation where your stronger village showed up for you that other people may not have.
I don't know, cause I don't have too many like struggles or anything.
Yeah.
I can say I don't talk to people for real. I have diaries, like journals.
That's good.
I've had them since I was like 9, so I do hold a lot in. I don't trust to talk to too many people, but I'm not gonna hold you. My family don't know how to hold water. Yeah. So, yeah, that's a big thing. But other than that, like if anything happened to me and I had to call them, they was coming for sure. Like I've had a couple accidents.
So I think you said it without saying it, and I'm gonna tell you. Well, you tell me if I'm wrong, but if you had a village that you may be able to confide in more without thinking that somebody else is going to know this. And that, like, as a kid, as an adult, as an elder, as a baby, it's so important to have people that you can talk to and know that the whole Cincinnati won't. Because so many people fall out nowadays, and next thing you know, sometimes it's scary being vulnerable because
it's very scary.
It's like, damn, I can count on all my fingers and toes how many times I've seen somebody's so-called best friend on the net posting pictures of somebody's draws. Like,
when I tell you, I got stuff I'm taking to the grave, and it's girls that I ain't even cool with no more that have told me. I just feel like I'm really one of them strong blood. Because even my mama don't gossip to me. Yeah. Cause she know I don't have nothing to say. Yeah. I'm one of them people that'll just sit there. I'll listen to you. I just be like, oh dang, for real. Like I don't have anything to. Like I'm not gonna engage in it because I'm not a gossiper. And if it's something bad, I don't have nothing to say about it. So they know they can't come gossip to me. They gotta gossip to somebody else that's gonna engage in it. And that is the biggest issue I could say I have with my family because nobody can hold water. This stuff is dead. Yeah. So, yeah, if I was able to have somebody that I can genuinely talk to without them telling nobody, that'd be some stuff. But that's why I talk to my daughter like I do, though. Yeah. Because I want her to know, like, you can tell me anything. In your day, tell us whatever. And I pray over her every morning about it. You know, that she get that strength to do that because, you know, I don't know really how you grew up. We're not too far in age though.
Yeah.
So
I'm 35.
I'm 32.
I'm 30. Fucking lying. I'm sorry. I'll be 31 November 17th.
He was so serious with I'm 35.
I'll be 31 November 17th.
Okay, so I'm 32. So with that, it's like I want her to know, like, you can tell me and your daddy anything without feeling the type of way about it.
Yeah.
You know, because we didn't really. I'm not gonna say we didn't have that, but no, like, you know, our parents didn't really come to us, sit us down and just talk to us.
Yeah.
Have conversations with us, and I feel like that is a big problem. You know, definitely when it comes to the village, but
I do feel like we was always given that stay in the child's place.
that
And
part.
sometimes, even at this big grown age, it's still you still giving that stay in the child's place.
I know.
You. I ain't accepting. I'm grown as hell.
Hey, they know they better not say no A.
I'm grown as hell.
And I feel like that's what separates me, myself, though, from my family. Because they already know they can, ain't nobody talking to me crazy.
Yeah.
I couldn't wait to get grown to say what I want to say.
Yeah.
And that's where I go back with saying, like, when we was growing up, we couldn't tell them how we felt.
Yeah.
We couldn't say, you hurt my feelings when you did that, or said that, or you really hurt me. Like, you know, they did not care. They didn't.
Yeah.
I care if I hurt my child feeling, or if I didn't ask my daughter, like, do you think that I do things that, like, hurt your feelings, or do you think I'm a bad parent? Like, is it something that I can do to be a better parent to you? Like, and she's like, no, you know, our parents were never, like, they don't care.
Yeah.
They didn't care. But that, I know for a fact that's why I talk like I am. Like, I talk real aggressive. I don't let nobody play with me. I got this little shield up. Like, it's a lot that comes with that because we had to be like little mutes growing up. We couldn't even express ourselves. So
Yeah. That's big.
yeah, now it's like, well, at least with me, that was one thing I couldn't wait to do. Like, I was cool living with my parents. I ain't gonna hold you, my parents cool. I was cool living with them. I couldn't wait to get grown and talk.
I love my mama to death. I lived with my mama for 3 months when I was grown.
What?
For 3 months, I bullshit you not, but she still seen me as a child, so that's why it didn't work out. I still wasn't.
You talking about when you was grown?
Yeah. When I was like, this was right before I moved in with my dad.
Was your dad? Okay.
And so I was like, you know what? You know, she, you know, open arms, like, oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And all these goofy ass rules started to come out. And just like, I'm grown, man. You know,
Yeah.
but she still seen me as a child. And I think that's why me and my father living together wise, we meshed a lot better because he seen me as a man. He said, listen, only thing that I ask of you is make sure, you know, your portion is on time and respect this space.
Right.
Don't have nobody over here fighting. He was even letting me smoke my little, you know what I'm saying? I ain't smoked in 5 years, y'all. But when I was living with my dad, I was smoking. And he didn't even mind that. You know, my mom is like, I got to go out in the car. Like, and I get certain rules, but
Right.
they just got pettier and pettier and pettier. Like, I feel I don't want nobody smoking in y'all. That's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. But some of the rules, you know, I ain't going to say, but they just was just pettier and pettier and pettier. But my father, it was just simple and it was practical, but it was still structured. You knew what to and what not to do in this house.
That sounds like my daddy.
But and it's like it wasn't too much that had to be verbally discussed. It wasn't a list of shit. Don't have this, don't do that. Brush your teeth between 6:35 and 6:37 in the morning. Like, it's just, it wasn't a list of
things.
Yeah, it just was like, just respect my space as I respect yours. That's it. And because we co-inhabiting right now, you grown, I'm grown.
Handle your business.
I don't care who you have over here, but don't have no ghetto motherfucker over here tearing up my shit. I felt it, and that's why I think we meshed a lot better when I lived with my dad versus my mom when I got older.
Yeah, I had to stay with my parents too.
Yeah.
When I had, and when I do think about it, because my mom's side of the family, them are people I could definitely come to. Like that village right there, I could definitely go to them for sure. My daddy's side a little iffy. I feel like the daddy's side out a little iffy.
Cause
But they so I don't know what be up with the daddy side, man.
I think you spend a lot of time with your mom's side on accident, cause it's like that's your mom, so that's who you probably with majority of the time. Like I spend a lot of time with my mom's side of the family. I still know my dad's side of the family. Like I see each other, see each other out. It's always love, If they got something going on, baby shower, whatever, they know they can always invite me. They may not always invite me,
Right.
but I don't think it's just cause they ain't messing with me. It's just I'm not at the forethought of they brain.
Right.
Cause I'm not that favorite. Cause it's they got
people that they
family
see
big
all the
as hell.
time, often.
Yeah, you got 67 different cousins. You might not be thinking about number 45. and I'm not saying it like
Right.
we beefing or nothing, but you got cousins that you probably kick it with every weekend, all the time. You on the phone all the time, and it's okay. We get there, but it's all when we see each other, it's always love. But my mom's side of the family, some of those cousins, I grew up with them. Those were the cousins that sometime we'd be in the living room making blankets. Even my dad's side of the family, I don't know, but all of both. My dad's side of the family and my mom's side of the family, we had those aspects where we was in the living room with the blanket and whatever. So we all stayed tight when we were younger. But as you get older, you got your own responsibilities. So, but you definitely might bond a little more differently with your mom's side of the family because it's just like that's just maybe just vicinity. It's like that's who closest to you because that's who nearest.
Yeah, that is kind of true too.
Yeah.
I feel like but our kids, we definitely need that village. They definitely do at least because I feel like we haven't came to terms that we're the new adults.
Like childish.
That's what I'm saying. I still be acting like a child. So
like, damn, I gotta cook for Thanksgiving. Like,
man, what? Stop playing.
We gotta plan turkey recipes, like
Christmas event.
Yeah.
It's so like, and I ain't gonna hold you. Stephanie, I think Stephanie actually she probably was one of the ones who had a child. Stephanie had her first child when I think she was 19.
Yeah.
But Stephanie always did her thing with her kids, and she is one that I can say tried to do the cooking and having people over. She created a family group chat for us and all this other stuff. But when people get to doing too much, it just be like, we got to boot this person out, boot that person out, and now you can't come over. And every time, she stopped doing it, I ain't gonna hold you. And I told her I feel her because she was the only one preparing everything and bringing the food and bringing this. And we all going to her house too, so it's like, we really have to come to terms that we're the new adults and we have to plan it. And okay, you bring this plate, you bring this dish, you bring that, you bring that. Let's all come to this one little function and boom, get it together. Because our kids are going to be going to school together. Our kids are going to see each other when they get older. So
that's how
they have to know.
Nowadays. I call like, I got everything but the hot dogs. I got everything.
Everybody meet up.
I got everything but the barbecue sauce. I got everything but the Hennessy. Like, I call it. That's how I schedule barbecues nowadays.
Really?
But we never really had, not never really, but as of recently, I think we've been a little bit more organized as a family when it came to like dishes and things like that. Okay, what you bringing? And most times, offer something. I got the pop. I'm gonna bring the the big K. I'm gonna bring the ribs. I'm gonna bring the greens.
That's my mama's side of the family.
Macaroni and cheese. Like, so that was never really an issue because we always chipped in somehow. I'm gonna bring the beer. I don't drink beer, but I might take a shot of the cognac. But we all would chip in, and so that made it started to make a lot more lighter on everybody. So it makes it a lot easier too. So everybody ain't got that one load on them. So I did want to end it, but I wanted you to on a note of what are you gonna do differently when it comes to your child and the village aspect from her age now to when she gets up in age. Say your age.
What am I doing?
That you wish you may have had.
I don't know. Cause like I said, growing up, we had like them family reunions. We had, we was able to stay over our cousin's house and stay the night, and not worry and all this and the third. But so much goes on nowadays that I keep my daughter to myself. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm trying to get out of that because I know that she needs to know who everybody in her family is. But you know, now that we got grown, it's hard to even tell our own people's like, you know, you shouldn't be around that person. You shouldn't talk to that person. Or, you know, if you don't have a relationship, just don't have them around the kids because then that deteriorates you from bringing your child around because you know that this person may have anybody around their kids or anybody listening to crazy music or you know it's so much that I feel like I pay attention to now that I'm protecting her but I'm not trying to harm her.
Yeah.
You know, so I had a lot of that growing up. I was able to you know be kid free and you know be over my cousin's house, stay the night whole weekend, all this and that. But with my daughter is I don't know what I would do different yet. Right now I'm just trying to be more involved. Baby, kids do too much for me. I'm sorry. And I stay in an apartment. I stay out upstairs. So
yeah,
if you can't chill out at a certain hour, definitely because we got quiet time where I stay at, you can't come back over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like our kids, they know how to listen. They just choose not to.
Yeah.
And if your kid don't want to listen to me, they can't come back over. So no, I let my daughter friends come over if she got female friends. She want, but cousins and stuff no, because you got boys and girl cousins.
Yeah.
You know, and don't nobody want nobody to touch their kids nowadays. So, you know, you can yell all day. But these kids already know if you yelling, you ain't doing nothing. So, like, I can't wait to get a house to do that, though.
Yeah.
Like, right now, no, I only have my daughter friends over or her close cousins that she only really talk to Stephanie kids. She got a lot of cousins, though. A lot of them. And I'm trying to get more like involved so I can have my daughter around them because she's the youngest, like I'm the youngest, and shoot, everybody kids way older than my daughter.
That's one thing I can say that that was a big change when I moved into this house like 5 months ago, and it felt good not yelling at them for making too much noise.
I can't wait. I ain't in a rush, but I can't wait.
Yeah, it's you can go in your room or, send them in the basement or go outside in the backyard and play, especially if you stay in a cool little neighborhood, and that's major. I think from the outside looking in, from your perspective, I think, and I know you awesome mom, but I definitely think that you're gonna be a diary and not a speaker to your daughter. She's gonna know that she can come to you and talk without everybody knowing, because that was something that was prominent when we were younger.
Right.
We told our parents, they on the phone with Geraldine.
Oh God, they still do it.
They still do
it.
That's
such went through the day.
You know they just got their car broken into, like, you ain't calling tell them I'm rich now. Like, why you ain't calling tell them that? You ain't calling tell them I'm a $100,000 nigga now. You ain't calling tell them I got $1 million in the bank. You ain't calling tell that. You ain't telling about my new fresh Air Force Ones I got on. You know what I mean? You ain't telling none of that. But I think one thing I'm gonna do differently for my kid is keep her around family as they get older. So I think it's easy to drift away because they start having their friends, but I always want her to understand, like, family. So even if it comes a point in time where, like, because, my brother Trayshawn, I think his family, they go up to the Gatlinburg cabins once a year, and they cook and they enjoy each other's company, and that's a really great family tradition that they do. My family don't have that, maybe that's something that I could put into the works and talk to everybody about, but as she gets older, letting her understand that your cousin's going to be your cousin when you're 40. And you can have the same bond when you was 8, when you 80. You just got to be intentional about it.
Right. Yeah. My people just don't know how to keep it together. Like, they be trying to plan stuff.
Yeah.
But it's more so, like, they don't send the money through. Or, like, people be taking their time and all this extra stuff. And I ain't going to hold you. I said that starting next year, because my daughter's birthday in September. Starting next year, that's what I was trying to do. you know, every year for her birthday, we're gonna leave Cincinnati. We're gonna go somewhere.
Yeah.
And I wish that, you know, my family would go get on board with something like that. Cause yeah, we didn't talk. I'm telling you, they talk about it year after year,
It never do.
and it never gets done. It never gets done. And I'm like, shoot, I'm finna start just doing it with my daughter. Every year we finna go somewhere. Definitely because her daughter, you know her daddy? You know who her daddy is?
He gotta be like she.
He white, but I'm gonna show you a picture because I think you might know him. But that's his white.
I never knew. I never.
That is crazy.
Oh my God! Fun fact of the day. I never knew.
Yes,
oh, you
I
did
do.
go to Coleraine. You said that.
Shut up.
You did go to Coleraine. It's all coming together.
Oh my God.
It's coming together. Coleraine. Yeah.
Lord. Oh,
Did you go to Coleraine?
No.
Damn. I thought I was gonna connect the dots.
Man, you get so freaking crazy. Well, with him and his background, he grew up around a lot of black people.
Yeah.
So he not super close, even with his family. Like his mom and his ass, yeah, a little bit. But he only got a brother, and they not close. So even I just had to tell him, like, you know, you gotta start taking her on a little bit. You
Yeah.
know, buy her flowers too, because she's about to be 10, and I feel like that's when they really get curious. And you don't want your daughter to fall for nobody who can. First off, they're kids, so can nobody do nothing for you.
You're going to be your daughter's first love or heartbreak.
Exactly. And he's not a horrible person. I'm telling you, he's not. He's a good father, great dad, actually. Like, if I had left and made him be full time, he would do it. Yeah. You know, but he just need to. He's a. I think it's a trauma response for real, because you know the way that he grew up. He's more so, I'm gonna make sure my kids have everything I didn't have. So he's one that just buys and buys and buys and buys. So it's like, now you have to show her how a man is supposed to treat her. I can't do that.
You have to show with your presence and not your presence.
Exactly. So that is one thing I'm trying to learn with my daughter, just being a mom, because, you know, I don't have her around guy cousins. I don't have her around too many guys and that. Not gonna hold you family secrets and all that extra shit. It's always a family member who done some stuff. So that's one thing I could say. Like, even with my daughter being a girl, like, it'd be tough to just have her around anybody. You know.
Mm-hmm. Like you said, but you know, you doing your part on the end, like you said, for the birthday. Y'all just gonna start leaving, but you know, you still implementing other, I think, factors.
Yeah. Within
their life, and you know, I just, you know, yeah, I think you doing a good job. Like I said, ain't nobody perfect. I ain't goddamn so perfect.
Wow, we all far from it. I think we probably all overthink parenting.
Yeah, and there's no handbook to it. That's the biggest part about it. We always getting criticism from here and there. What you know, in the village, always got something to tell you what to do. But like, yeah, you know, we all just figuring this life shit out as we go. Yeah. We really in the simulations on the Matrix and on the alien desktop, but that's for another conversation anyway. So.
That part.
But yeah, this was good. Today we had Key on. Do you have any social medias that you know you want them to follow you on?
Yes. My Instagram is Keys Fitness, KEYZ_FITNESS. And the same thing for my TikTok. I only say that because I'm really trying to like get into my TikTok. So it's the same thing, just 2 underscores. I don't really do too much with my Facebook. It's Marie, but you know, I don't be on there a lot. Yeah. So, you know, you can follow me if you want.
Well, I heard it. Keys, KEYZ_fitness, FITNESS. And on TikTok, it's 2 underscores instead of 1, right? Mm-hmm. Y'all go follow her. She does some pretty interesting content. from meal prepping to being in the gym. So hopefully y'all give her a follow. As me, y'all always know that I am the real Papa Luke on all social medias. It's been fun. Thank you for tuning in to How You Feeling Was Real.